Hello viewers, welcome to RK Keynotes. Until now we have seen 8 Java application programs, that is electricity bill, time distance and currency converter, payslip, stack edit using interface, string operations using array list, abstract class, user defined exception and file properties. In today's video we will talk about multi-threaded application. The problem statement given here is that we need to create 3 threads. The first thread will generate a random number for every single second, and if the number is even, and the second thread is going to perform square operation and it is going to print the value, and if the generated number is odd, then the third thread is going to perform cube operation, then it is going to print the value. Simple program. Okay, so before getting into this, we need to understand what is synchronized method and block. Synchronized keyword can be used in a method or within a block, where it is not going to allow multiple threads to access the shared memory at once. So because of this, memory inconsistency and thread collision, all these things will be prevented, you can say that. Then daemon thread is something like a background thread which provides the background support for execution of a thread. It is something like garbage collector, you can say, as an example. And to create a thread we have two methods, right? One is using thread class and another one is using runnable interface. So we need to understand that. And inter-thread communication, which means that the threads are going to communicate. Here we're going to use wait, notify all methods, so that one thread will wait and other thread will be executing, and once the execution is done, it is going to use notify method to notify all other threads that the execution was done from thread 1, and the other threads will start executing. Okay, so this is the kind of thing we are going to follow. And run, start, random methods, we'll be using random method to generate random numbers. Start method is used to start a thread, and if there is a thread, definitely we need to use run method, right? And flag is something like boolean value. Basically it carries true or false. The programmer will be using this flag as a signal to identify whether a particular condition is executed or not. Fine, hope this is clear. And let's flip to the implementation using NetBeans. And if you have not subscribed yet, do subscribe my channel to get more updates. And I'm going to show you the demo of multi-threaded application. The package is ex9, so my folder name is ex9 over here. Fine. Okay, and I'm going to import random from util, because I'm going to use random method, so which basically lies in this. And there is a class. I've got two variables, and I've got three methods. One is all methods are synchronized with, I have used the keyword called synchronized. And the first one is put. It is something like a producer consumer, and because put over here I'm going to use random method, it is going to generate random numbers, which means that it is going to put some numbers. And these get methods like get1 and get2, which will get the numbers, and if it is even, it is going to perform square. If it is odd, it is going to perform cube operation. That's it. So over here what I have done is I have used, if I have used the flag here. If it is true, it is going to wait, and over here it is going to generate random numbers. So this is what, and 10 numbers it is going to generate, and it is going to notify all. So once the number is generated, and what happens over here is that even here I have used try catch block, and then if the value mod 2 double equal to 0, and then if the condition satisfies, then it is going to perform. I have given the formula here, so it is going to perform square, and because if it is even, then it is going to do that. And finally, after doing this, the flag will be false, and whenever here, yeah, and it is going to notify all. Then this third synchronized method is get2. Again the same thing I'm going to follow. Here I have just changed the condition not equal to 0, so that if it is not even, then it will be definitely odd. So I'm going to perform this, and I'm going to print the value. That's it. And again it is going to notify all. Simple. So these three methods are synchronized methods. Then I have got a class main method. Over here I'm going to create an object for that previous class, that is number generate. Over here it is, yeah, here. And I have created I have used a thread class here, and using run method, a thread has been created, and I have using the object reference, I have called the first synchronized method, that is put. Okay, and this is just to make the thread sleep, that is for 1000 milliseconds, and that is 1 second. And over here I have again created one more object, that is object number 2, and there is one more run method, and now I'm gonna call within this get one, that is the second synchronized method. And again I have mentioned some time over here, and third object is created, again third run method, that is third thread, and I'm gonna call here get 2, that is the third synchronized method. I have mentioned some time, and I have started all the threads using start method. So just to get to know these things, I have given this sleep, so that else while executing, suddenly we'll be getting all the results, so whole lot of results. So it is to figure out these things, it'll be a bit difficult, that's why. So here I'm gonna run the file. You see that the output is going to, so it is going to keep on generating. You see this second thread is executing now. The generated number is 4, right? And you see the output is here, actually 4 is even number and the square is, and here, so the output might be in a zigzag order, but it will go accordingly. If it is even number, it is going to do square. If it is odd, it is going to do cube. So this is how the results, because these are all the random numbers, so it is going to generate. And even if I run again, earlier we have got 4 as the first number, now it is we have got as 7. So it differs every single time when you run this program. So this is how this multi-threaded applications will work. So these threads will communicate using this notify all and wait methods, so that we are getting this results actually. So let me show you the Viva questions for exercise number. The previous exercise number is using 5 concepts we have done, so that is what. And so these are the Viva questions I have asked in that, and I request you guys to pause the video and go through these answers. This is an important question. You need to understand this for Unicode, UTF and all. Yeah, hope you got this. And let me go to the Viva questions for today's exercise, that is exercise number 9. So these are all the Viva questions expected from this. You need to understand all these things. Most of the things were explained, and I'll be revealing the answers in the next class. Simultaneously, I'll be uploading all these things into my GitHub profile. You can download the source code over there and you can try executing all these programs. If you like the video, hit the like button, do share with your friends, and if you have got any queries, do comment. Thank you, and thanks for watching the video.